Greetings and welcome to the energy of Aries. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Welcome to the channel. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. I do welcome you. Thanks for joining, and please like and subscribe if you will. I shall be doing a 9-card spread known as the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a tool devised in order to see the apparent karmas between the significance of another and the energy of Aries itself. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. The seventh house is activated with a bunch of air on their end. Okay. Let's see. For the energy of Aries so far, we have the Nine of Cups on the conscious level. There is a way of doing things in terms of platforms of despair or platforms of communication that lead to loops of thought during the energy of Gemini season. With Mercury in retrograde, difficulty is at the gateway of at least 2 projects, and there is a possibility of either the Three of Swords or the Three of Pentacles surrounding Gemini. Some sort of structure that is helping Aries to find a way of thinking in terms of hierarchies, a way of doing things and bringing forth master plans that have to do with hierarchies and empowerment around hierarchies, okay? Becoming a student of all this and looking beyond this in order to find stability. For what's going on within the situation, there seems to be a refraining of emotional inebriation. There's a way for Aries to not imbibe on certain things. There's a dreamy quality and perhaps an orchestration behind the dreamer that is able to be distant from anything that has to do with love or certain projects that that Aries is working on. There's something here about the other pulling on the triplicity of air, mostly in the 7th and the 11th houses, moving to the 12th. The Hanged Man is here on a conscious level. Once again, there is a gateway, at least 2 of them. One of them leads to this energy, the other leads elsewhere in a place of solitude as well as refreshment within one's abstaining from said connection. The person here is not able to use their practice. They're in a mode of receiving, and they're also at the threshold of a great gateway. Okay, what occurs between you two is the ability to heal, but also to control the method of cooperation in order to sustain a great deal of energy. There is a lot of refraining on both ends from especially emotional undercurrents. And because of such, there is self-control that emerges out on a conscious level between you and the significant other, okay, between Aries and the significant other. There also is a possibility of a narrative here that has to do with experience and what can be learned from experience. You are seen, or you are wanting to be seen within the situation as someone who is experienced and perhaps wise enough to not become embroiled or entrapped or entangled within too many expectations. Um, Yet there's something about this connection that is very deep and profound for said parties. The significant other is trying to contribute to something that is in detriment. There's a difficulty in truly finding the sense of anything that has to do with great expectations that come from the long lineage of expectations throughout time. What I see here is a memory that is either suppressed or perhaps something that needs to be nullified in some sort of way, that needs to be set into equilibrium. Um, if this represents a person from the past, they have a great deal of karmic backlog. They need to set things straight. There's something about you, at least on the side of Aries, a type of hidden resource that is buried in the unconscious, some sort of new beginning. This situation, this complex, also represents something where this person is trying to weigh in on your realities, constantly make sense of it, and perhaps there's a meeting of the minds when it comes to what can be known. Um, as well, they look to you for the experiential, for what can be taught through the auspices of Mars and Saturn, as well as Jupiter. There's something here also about the two of rods emerging, which double up. There can be a sense of once again moving throughout the greater the greater plan or the greater plane, and using the energy of what's going on currently astrologically, the energy of Gemini, the stellium in Gemini, as well as Mercury in Gemini in retrograde, all of this, as well as the North Node in Gemini, there is a possibility of some great realizations of the orchestration of things and how this may turn out to be a bit sour for one party over the other. Um, there's also the possibility that you may see this sort of this sort of option to inspire the other as a type of burden or something that no longer inspires you. Yet you are still giving inspiration. You're not seeking it. You can still give it to others by sort of representing what is possible in terms of your own uh, your own standards and your own realities. There is a possibility also of finding a sense of purity of the mind in solitude. That is what the cards are telling me in terms of advice. Purity of the mind in solitude will give you a way to transcend anything that is a block in the patterns of the mind. Um, yeah. So that is for the energy of Aries. I thank you. Bye bye.